Well, this building before had drop ceiling in it with duct work running all through it up in the upper space, and it was very inefficient. We had a gas furnace that was set out in the middle, and we had cold air return here and there, and it just was a disaster. And I wanted to open the space up and make it clean and neat so there wasn't a bunch of duct work and whatever. And my daughter's an architect, and she had told me about this mini split idea and how efficient it was. And so she talked me into it, and it's just absolutely worked out fantastic. We don't have any pipes or hoses or duct work going anywhere. We have a small unit on the wall. It heats and air conditions, costs us less money. I couldn't ask for anything else. It just works fantastic. We put this unit in back in January, I believe. So we've gone through the winter, and we've had no problems at all keeping the building controlled to a warm or a cold temperature, whichever we need, whether it's winter or summer. So, and it's this unit that we have, they suggested we put in a bigger unit. And my daughter said, well, you know, people have been real satisfied with these things and they've worked really well, so let's put in a small unit. We can always add another module to it. So we did. It's all we needed. We've got some fans that help move the air a little bit, but other than that, it works and functions just perfectly fine. Have not had a comfort problem here at all. We can't really evaluate what the energy costs were before because the building had been sitting here vacant for so many years. It just was not feasible for them to spend the money to fix it up and to make it work right. And so the heating and air conditioning, it didn't have air conditioning. It just had a few air conditioners stuck in the wall here and there, all of which was ugly and cumbersome. But it didn't have anything, we don't have anything to compare it to. But obviously it's a whole lot more efficient than if we'd have put in a duct system, which we'd have all this stuff hanging from the ceiling, and I don't like that. I like to go back to the old original look of the building. Extremely important, not only because of the expense, but the fact that we're restoring the building to look similar to what it was before, and with all the ducts and air conditioning units and things, it just doesn't appeal to us to have the building look like all this new modern things are hung inside of it. Yeah, that's one of the huge advantages to this system, is that there's not a bunch of air blowing and moving, and there's not comfort zones. It just seems to be just a constant temperature throughout the whole room. I understand that it's circulating and moving air, but it's so slow and so I don't know, unobtrusive, that we don't even know it's on. We don't even know it's here. It's just comfortable. You know, it was so, you know, talk about warranty. I really don't know for sure what the warranty was. I was so sold on the fact it was so inexpensive that we just couldn't not do it. We couldn't afford to put in all this ductwork and all this system in here. It was what we could afford, and we needed something better than what we had, which was nothing, and it just works fantastic. I couldn't be happier with it. Yes, we did. Like I said, my daughter is an architect, and she researched that, and so we got some credits for it as well. So it was extremely cost effective. My daughter worked with an architectural firm called Nathan Good, and I think she found out about the technology through him and working with green products, exclusively green products, and this was. So she decided that we should be green here, and we researched it, and not only was it a green product, but it was a very inexpensive, very efficient process for us. Yeah, the company that installed this made it so simple and easy during construction. They came and went as we needed. We wanted to build the lines in the walls, and not so that they were concealed. They came and put those in, and then when it came time to put in the unit on the outside, we had brackets there for them, and they came and left and did that. It seemed like they were here very little time, and the installation of the unit didn't encumber any of the other construction going on. And in fact, they could come and do it. Once the lines were in, we could do all of our building and construction, and then they put the unit in afterwards. We didn't have any heating and air conditioning in this building, and we said, come hook it up, it's time to make this thing work. I think it was 2 days, and it was up and running. It was 2 days of scheduling or whatever. They had it done in a day. Well, Amelia runs the store and operates the store here. Amelia is the recipient of the product here, of the heating and air conditioning system, and so I'd like to have her talk a little bit about what she thinks about it, and because she's the one that lives in this area.
So yeah, I get all the benefits of the heat pump that we have out here. One of the things I really like about it is that it's really easy to take care of. I take the filters out. One of them is a wash filter, and the other one is just a vacuum filter, and so it's really easy to maintain clean air without having to deal with cumbersome filters. And it's, the control is really easy to use. When I get to it, I'll program it, for day to day. And its temperature is pretty consistent in this building. So there's a lot of days that, I turned it on a couple days ago and I don't really need it now. It's, warm enough in here and stays warm in here. It's been really nice to not feel guilty for turning the heat on, or, I did break down and actually use the AC and it worked great a couple days this summer. So I really enjoy, how efficient it is, and I also enjoy that it's small. And
isn't it also real quiet? You don't even know it exists. It just
no, it never makes any noise. Once in a while, if I'm really close to it and I have the fins pointed down, it's pretty far up there on the wall. So if you go stand over there, you can feel it if it's pointing at me. But usually I have it, it's adjustable both ways. The fins go up and down, and they also go side to side. So. And regardless of where it's pointing, it works. It heats up this whole entire space.